Oh, sorry. Okay, Anne Wilson. My apologies. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to share and have a look into your plan and to hear feedback. I'm from a rural area in Christchurch, and I just wanted to express some concerns we have about some of the proposals. We're particularly upset about the significant drainage costs that are proposed for the value of our house and land. And in our area, we already have to pay for our own drainage. We have to pay for our own septic, the maintenance of that. Our last bill was $600 from having to fix a part on something, and we've only been there for 6 years. So it's ongoing, and things like pumping our own water, putting in our own, getting our own supplies, even though we're really close to the supply of council provision. But in Yorkshire, we're just slightly out, so we have to pay for that ourselves. So we're thinking about adding things like drainage, which we really struggle to grow grass for our sheep and cows at the moment, as I'm sure you hear from several people and see around the countryside as you're flying in and out how dry it is. So the thought of having to add that onto our weekly and yearly costs and expenses is just really hard. We're Kiwi folk that are trying to preserve the land and be sustainable and enjoy the green space, and it gets more and more tricky to do that, and just need to think about the areas. For example, Yorkshire is like over the Waimak River, which has got a lot of gravel. We don't have to dig too deep to find really great drainage, so we don't really have any issues with sides of the road and curbing and things. We don't even have curbs, we don't have footpaths out there. So just thinking of adding things like that extra 5% and then full amounts after 3 years and 5 years, etc. is I was talking to my folks and they said particularly it disadvantages people with fixed income. Like if you're retired out there, you've seen your family grow up and they're still coming back to visit, but actually your income on the retirement pension, thank you, is that doesn't keep increasing. So when there's increased factors like that, that makes it hard for people to stay in the country, and we really want to have people live in our green spaces, I believe, and to enjoy them and to be able to share them. We don't want to be land banking them for people that just can afford to stay out there. We want our people to be able to have friends and family that live in the country that they can visit without being overinflated prices. My husband and I both work to be able to keep our property. We've got 4 boys that just love being in the space, but it's even with the GV going up, we still have to keep paying higher rates, and we don't mind if we had lots of services, but at the moment we only get rubbish and all the lovely things that you provide in town, which we enjoy as well. But let's not just think that the rural people are rich and that they can afford to carry some of the costs of things that don't affect them, and protect our lovely green areas and our spaces. Do you have any questions?
Thank you. That's just come to the end of the time nicely. So thank you very much for taking the time to personally come in and make your submission to us today.
Thank you. And just to say, we got the letter in March about the drainage plan, and I think it was the middle of May or end of May we had to have it in by, and most people I talked to, from sick aunties or being away or being out of town, hadn't had the chance to respond to that. So my voice is huge amount of voices, and even just in 3 days when I emailed some neighbours, I got 13 people that wanted to put their name on the bottom of my proposal as well. So just to show that it's a little bit wider than just my voice.
The letter was an afterthought instead of an integral part of a preliminary process. So, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate you.